So will someone know if you're using a spy app or a spy app has been installed to their phone? The answer is it's more than likely no, they would not. There's really no way of them to know. Um, just about every spy app on the market doesn't have an icon, so you're not going to be able to find it. Even if you could, even if they did find the icon, you're not going to be able to remove the spy app simply by removing the icon. It doesn't work that way. There's no way for them to locate the program files in the file structure because they're embedded deep in the file structure of the phone. Typically, like an iPhone or an Android might have something like files, and it give top level files that's there, maybe like, I don't know, pictures or some other downloads that they have. But to access the actual program files of a spy app, no. Typically, spy apps operate, they have anywhere between 4 and 6 program files. Each one, they all act, they all work in conjunction, but each one has a dedicated set of tasks. And the reason for these redundant systems is so the program always accumulates and sends information. So this way it remains reliable. Now, in order to get it off the phone, that requires a procedure, and most people are just not going to be aware of that. In fact, I don't know anybody who would. How could you? You wouldn't. So to get it off the phone is not going to be an easy task unless, of course, you have one of the guides that we sell, and that shows you the exact steps of locating the file and how to delete it. But the average person, first of all, they would never know. I mean, back maybe 12, 15 years ago, the phone would heat up, maybe the battery would go dead prematurely, or maybe the screen would flash. You have these little malfunctions, these little conflicts that would take place between the spy app and maybe an app that it was attempting to gain information from. But that just doesn't exist anymore. The spy apps now have proliferated to the point where they're just as complex and advanced as any other app on your phone. There are no conflicts that are known anymore. That's just how good they've gotten. So will they know that a spy app is being used or has been installed to the phone? The answer is it's highly unlikely that they would. Now, having said that, and this is important, it still doesn't make it okay to use them. I don't want to say that just because they won't know, or it's highly likely that they would not know, that makes it okay. It doesn't. And I say this in just about every single one of my videos, if not every single one. If I don't say it, it's in the caption. And that is, it is illegal to use or install monitoring or surveillance software on a phone that you do not own or have authorization to install. Now, if you own the phone or if you have ownership interest in the phone, that might be a different story. Seek legal advice. Also, if that person is under the age of 18 years of age, that might also be okay. And if you are their parent or legal guardian. Again, don't take legal advice from me. Make sure you seek your own legal advice, because these apps have a lot of power. You're talking about something that's, consumer grade, but law enforcement type strength, and it's a lot of power to have in the hands of the average person. Something very, very inexpensive that can be purchased online by anybody. So, just hopefully that answers everyone's questions, and thank you for watching.